Peace. So, I had a talk right the other day, and it really made me. I was pondering on it for a minute because it really made sense, and to some it may be, simple, straightforward, common sense, even. You feel me? But one thing that I realized when it comes to like patterns, right, and when it comes to mastering self, right, there are some things that we give ourselves a signal, of where we at, right, or where we going to. You get me? So it's like, for example, if a person deals with like anger management, right, or they just have a tendency to act out that emotion, right? So it's like, okay, well, whenever I'm feeling this type of way, whenever I'm feeling angry, or when I'm feeling sadness, or when I'm feeling whatever type of emotion, what patterns are associated with each emotion, right? How do I typically respond when I am feeling whatever within whichever emotional state? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I notice how whenever I may not be fully up to par, I may tend to think this way, and then that tends to lend to this, and then that tends to lead to these type of actions. Okay, cool. Now that I have that awareness, now I know where to catch myself, you know what I'm saying, and where to be mindful of. Okay, cool. I know that I have a tendency to go this route when I'm thinking this way, so let me catch this thought first and then redirect it, right? Because if you dwell in it too long, you might end up going back down that path versus realizing, seeing the directions of where you at. Damn, you on the wrong road. I'm gonna go ahead and need to reroute, go ahead and turn around or something. But whole time we don't be paying attention to the signs, so we driving on the street on down the wrong road, and we don't realize. And whenever we dealing with traffic, which are these problems, oncoming traffic, right, from the opposite direction, right, that we wouldn't necessarily be facing those obstacles, that adversity, you know what I'm saying, those issues, whatever the case might be, that stemmed from acting out a particular emotion because we're paying attention to the signs so that we know which direction we're going in, right? So, acting out of anger, if we want to continue the analogy with traffic, right, with the traffic jargon, if you will, right, the negative emotions, like, bro, being angry, you driving past red lights, and you driving past red lights, what does that open up the potentiality of, right? An accident. You get what I'm saying? So if we understand, hey, I see that red light, let me go ahead and stop, versus trying to just act impulsively or drive through the light. You get what I'm saying? So that you don't gotta worry about you crashing into nobody, you don't gotta worry about you crashing out, and you don't gotta worry about nobody crashing out into you or whatever the case might be, because you chose not to run that red light to get into somebody else's right away. So be mindful of whatever mental and emotional state that you find yourself in, right? And then also do your best to be aware of the patterns, right, that stems from said emotion. Okay, and are those patterns working out for you? Are they getting in your way? Are they slowing things down, right? Do they affect your image, right? Your self-image? Does it affect your public image, right? These things we gotta ask ourselves. These things we gotta pay attention to, so that we can understand, okay, what habits and patterns and emotions do I allow to work in my favor subconsciously, and which ones do I not? You're right, and just pay attention and then make the changes where it see fit.